go to sleep, yeah. It's never been the same. Future heavy on my brain. I dream about the same.
All right, welcome back, you guys. It's your two beautiful hosts with Renaissance Certified. It's Amore
And Samaria K.
So our next guest is a very fierce man. He has been professionally wrestling for 6 years.
And he's originally from Clarksville. He's been wrestling for NWA since 2019. Last year, he was the television champion. This year, he is the heavyweight champion for NWA Wrestling. Y'all give it to him. Welcome my boy, Matthew Mims.
I'm currently your reigning and defending NWA National Heavyweight Champion.
What's going on with us? Thank you for joining us tonight.
These chairs every time they
And
get.
brought the daddy with me.
So first of all, we just really want to thank you for coming on the show.
Yes, thank you so much for your appearance.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
You look really familiar. Do I know you?
Absolutely not. Never met you a day in my life. This is the first time meeting for the two beautiful hosts here.
Right.
Thank you for having me.
I could have sworn you know Kansas City, and I know Kansas City.
Kansas City, who is me?
They
Any of you guys out there know who this Kansas City person is?
Yeah. So we have to leave the crowd guessing, y'all. They siblings. Y'all gonna leave them guessing. They have to go settle.
Right. So yes, this is my brother. We are related. And I appreciate you coming and fucking with the gang.
Of course. I live to fucks with the gang.
So first question. So you definitely have already made a name for yourself, you know, with your powerful moves and your unstoppable attitude. But let's back it up for a second. What was your most embarrassing moment in the ring, and how did you recover both physically and mentally?
Okay.
Let's go right now.
Yes, we'll start there.
Gotta talk about it.
Why is that the first question? In the ring. You know what? I'm not gonna say what anybody's been able to see on TV or on the Fight TV app or on YouTube or on the CW app or currently now where the NWA is showing live every Tuesday, 6:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nothing that's came on there because I don't want anybody to go back and get detective and find these moments and anybody see them. I'm going to talk about a moment that happened in training, right? And I'm going to reveal something to the people because I'm a man of the people. There are a few big fears of mine in pro wrestling, right? I like to think of myself as a brave person, and you cannot be brave without having fear first. Be courageous in the face of fear that makes you brave. So I am brave because it's important I note this before the story starts, that it's almost, not actually happened, almost had to conquer this fear. Luckily, knock on wood somewhere, knock on this title, it has not happened yet. This moment has not happened yet. Again, I said it has not happened yet. One of my biggest fears in pro wrestling, can I say, oh, we already said fucks with the gang. My biggest fear in pro wrestling is to shit myself in the middle of the ring, right? That is why you will never see me wear any white gear, because just in case just one of the days happen or whatnot, I take a bump a little bit the wrong way, a little bit of urgent squirts come out, you are not going to find that clip of me anywhere on the internet, right? So, yeah, this happened in training. A good friend of mine who also trained with me at Tried True Pro Academy, Deontay Marshall, he had a finishing move called the Frog Splash. Everybody's seen Eddie Guerrero do it or whatnot, R.I.P. to Eddie. And Deontay had a little extra weight on him this day. You know, he's definitely been in the gym losing his weight, dropping the LBs, but he hit me with a Frog Splash that I guess I didn't cover up super well for. It almost happened. A loud noise occurred. And instantly, again, we're in training, but this is supposed to be a match, this is supposed to be happening. My mentor, the person who owned Tried True Pro Academy, Crimson, a TNA wrestler and whatnot, former TNA Tag Team Champion, that's what it is. The former NWA personality, he actually held this same belt. He was standing outside the ring whenever it happened, and he heard the loud noise. Whenever he came out of the frogs way.
That's what it sounds
Because I feel like it was a fart. That's what it said. It stink. That was probably a fart.
So this is what happened. So he hits with the frog splash, loud noise because everything's quiet outside, the ring bouncing around and whatnot. And instantly, as soon as he does this, I let him pin me, and I'm like, hey, hurry up, 1, 2, 3. I get up immediately, put my hand to my butt, and the only thing this man says, he does not say anything else. Hey, Matthew, what? Are you okay? Blah, blah, blah. He says, hey, Mims, don't shake my ring. Don't you shake my ring. I run out, I check myself, and luckily, because I'm a professional, so I have to shake myself, and I won't shake myself in the ring. This won't happen. I'm still a brave man. I haven't had to face that fear yet. So that's the most embarrassing moment that has happened to me in a ring. And again, there is no video of it, so nobody will ever see it and nobody will know about it. You don't even know if I'm lying. You can't even tell.
I really believe that.
It did happen. I did almost shart my pants.
All right, so looking back at that moment.
Oh.
Hey, I didn't pick these questions. I'm just saying, I didn't pick these questions.
I did.
She did.
I thought we liked these questions. This is for a hater.
So, do you think that particular moment made you a better wrestler?
I
I know it's interesting how that came about, but that's the next question.
It did make me a better wrestler, but I think made me a better clincher. I guess it's a little bit better.
Made you prepared.
It's important to clench your butt muscles.
Exactly, it's important to clench your butt muscles, and I think from now on, I know exactly how to take a frog splash, so I don't end up having to face my number one fear in pro wrestling.
There you go.
There you go, man. That make you a better wrestler. Look at you.
Exactly.
Go ahead, boy.
Yeah. He learned a lot.
So, next question. Wrestling isn't just about strength. It's about heart and resilience. If you had to describe your wrestling journey with a movie title, what would it be?
With a movie title.
Yeah.
See, I'm not much of a movie person. That's the thing. I don't watch a lot of movies. Outside like the Marvel movies, I haven't been like the guy who's watching all these different movies. So I'm trying to think of a title. If I had to think of any title, right? And I think this kind of goes away from the actual subject matter of the movie. I would say the title is Training Day. And the only reason why I say that is because at every single point in my career, whenever I've had any issues, any ups and downs, especially the ups, and also especially those downs, I've had to think back to my days of training, what I learned originally. And then also I have to go back to those days of training that I had with those different mentors. Every day is a training day because you should take every lesson, every match, every interaction with somebody who knows what they're talking about, even for the people who don't know what they're talking about, right? Take that as training. Take that as something that you can use. And that's probably been some of the best advice ever given to me is that, hey, take everything as a lesson. So I try to do that with that idea. Every day is training day. But also, King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Hey. No, that's a really good one because what popped in my mind was like Hershey Squirts. And that's probably not a good movie title.
Every day is a day I cannot shit my pants. There we go.
Okay.
It's a streak. It's a streak.
Well, with it being Training Day, so if they made that movie, who would play you and who would play your toughest opponent?
They were to pick me. Let's see. You know what? Because he was growing dreads out a little bit. I think he cut them off, but I would say Michael B. Jordan because it's Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
He might be Black Superman. You never know. And I like to think of myself as a little bit of Black Superman.
Okay.
You mean they don't call me Big Strong Mims for nothing? And for my toughest opponent, I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything about this upcoming match. It'll be on an episode of NWA Powerrr in a few weeks from our last signature live event, S1E1. Now this has become, I'm hyping it up a little bit or whatnot, and this is completely honest. This is now my favorite match I've ever done. It's one of my favorite stories I've ever told, essentially. I'd probably say my toughest opponent now because it's a part of my favorite match, and I think it's one of the the toughest transitions I've made in my career, no longer being squeaky clean good guy that I was, now being the big scary bad guy that I really am. You know me. You know how tough and boy, I'm a meanie bobini, for real. Against Paul Burchill. And you know who I'd get to play Paul Burchill? Former pirate, current NWA superstar. Johnny Depp, because he played a pretty good pirate. You know what? I imagine this in my head, and everybody goes back and like, oh, you know, Paul Burchill, he was in WWE. He was the guy who was a pirate, wasn't he? Yeah. I'm still, like, a lot of people hear it now when they hear any former WWE talent, any former TNA talent in NWA, they automatically think of whatever gimmick they had back in those heydays. And like I said, Paul Burchill used to be a pirate. So, if they're gonna remember that now for this movie, to make it sell out, you gotta make sure people remember. It's the easiest thing you gotta get to, right? You have me as Black Superman, as Michael B. Jordan, right? And then you also have Paul Burchill as Johnny Depp, the greatest pirate you've ever known. There you go. Yeah.
I watched that.
Superman versus a pirate. I mean, Superman wins. Superman.
That would just be Superman.
Yeah, he's got scurvy and a big leg. Who's voting for this guy?
Okay, so of course, movies and wrestling both rely on characters that, you know, stick with the audience, and you've got quite a persona yourself. You are quite a you.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Me, man.
If you had to face off against any fictional villain, think Darth Vader, Thanos, or even a Joker, who would you pick?
Who would I pick? Who would be the villain that I would pick? Now, does that have to be one that's been in a movie? Does it have to be a TV show? What is it?
Let's go with one that is in like a movie.
In the movie?
Or maybe like a well-known.
Oh, well-known. You know what?
Just whichever villain you want.
Exactly. You know what? One of my favorite villains for one of my favorite movies. And you know, people can have whatever opinions about it because I didn't pick the right one. I would say Bane from The Dark Knight Rises, just because I always thought he was a really cool villain. I know that the normal choice is, oh, we gotta pick like, you know, Heath Ledger's Joker, and that's great. He did a great Joker. But I was there for Bane. I was the guy who was like, no, Bane is the one, my favorite out of this whole trilogy or whatnot. Yeah, there's like parts you can nitpick. Oh, where is this plan gonna go? No, I like Bane. I liked his character. I liked how ruthless he was. I liked how he basically, like, piece by piece, took Batman apart. And that's something that I want against me in some sort of movie. I want to take on that villain because I want to be able to have that true test of metal. Like, if anything, you're really measured whenever it comes to a villain. You're measured by how they affect you and how you change to overcome them, right? That's what we talk about, all the best villains possible. What do I have to do that I'm not already doing to conquer this new foe? Not, hey, I can just stay the same and smack this guy in the face and that's it, right? No, I have to change something about myself. I have to sacrifice. I have to become a different person. I have to find a new light for myself or a new darkness for myself to defeat this new insurmountable odd. And that's what I liked about that movie so much. That's what I like about Bane. And if I'm thinking, hey, I got to fight a villain, I want to see my best self, I want to be the best version of me, I got to fight a villain who did that to the protagonist in his movie. So, Bane. Give me the guy who's like, I was born of the darkness. I didn't like it. I was but a bad. Yeah, that guy. I need that.
Right.
Yes.
Well, it's actually funny that you say you want to take him down, because that actually leads into the next question. So what would be your strategy to take Bane down? You hyped him up so much, I'm sure he didn't thought about how he
well, knowing that Tom Hardy is only 5'6", I'm flick him in the forehead. I'm just kidding. If we were talking comic book Bane, I'll do with comic book Bane. I would say like what everybody else does, just, you know, pull the hoses that have the venom in them and then watch them squeal. My active steroids are gone. Honestly, I think the great thing about that is, like, same thing with this interview, right? Did I know any question you guys were going to ask whenever we came up here? Absolutely not. Right now, I'm struggling to see if you really like me or not because of the fact that you're asking me some questions that are just throwing me off right now. These are some of the best questions I've ever had. At first, it was a hater question because I was like, oh, did Samira write these for you? Because she's an absolute hater.
As long as you know.
As pink as that dress is the amount of black in her heart for me. So much hate. So much hate. But I think it's better for me not to know how to take him down. Because if I did know how to take him down, it makes it too easy. That doesn't make me change if I already know my strategy going into it.
Okay.
What causes that change is I have to think on my feet. I'm on the back pedal. What do I do to stop this from happening?
Mhm.
It's the same thing like whenever you get into a fight with somebody. If you know what they're going to do, there's no threat to it. There's no bravery there. You have nothing to fear. But when you get punched in the mouth, because I love this saying. If I remember correctly, it was attributed to Mike Tyson. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows what they're going to do until they get hit one good time. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were going to hit me that hard. I didn't think you were actually going to hit me.
Mhm.
All right, now I got to do something completely different. Now I got to do something. Now I got to say, am I going to stick to the plan or am I going to make it up? What am I going to do here? So I think that's kind of where I'm at with that. I don't want to know what I'm going to do.
Okay, so you like the challenge.
Oh, yeah.
You love the challenge. Of course, you're a wrestler.
I like the price.
So every hero or villain has a backstory that shapes them. So, we're going to get in your business a little bit. What's a life lesson that you learned outside of the ring that made you a better performer inside of the ring?
I think it's really learning to be comfortable by being uncomfortable. The best performers in professional wrestling, they won't always be the ones that think of every single thing they're going to do before they go out there. They don't always have a specific plan they stick exactly to. And that's a little bit of me, pulling back the curtain on pro wrestling and how that works. But hey, kayfabe died in 1995. So with that, I think being able to adapt, being able to work on the fly is what's going to give you some of the best performances possible. Whenever people go back and they look at some of the best moments within the NWA, in the Lightning One era, once William Patrick Corgan-Bottom, owner of the NWA, the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins, just got to throw that in there because he's going to watch this. So hello, Billy.
Interesting fact.
Oh, he watches that.
Well, I'm at the Smashing Pumpkins, but I got you.
He's a smart man, and also he's very aware. So please pay me more money. Even though you give me enough money, please don't take this away. So with a lot of those great moments, people can go back and look at from the first season, second season, third season, fourth season, on to the current season we're on, around like season 20, season 21, right? A lot of those greatest moments are all moments that nobody planned. They were just ad-libbed. It was something that just happened in the moment. And I think that's what also gets a lot of the fans, is that things happen in the moment, they feel them. So really what it is being comfortable, being out there, being embarrassed, being fully yourself, turning it up, not just to 10, turn it up to 11, turn it up to 12, turn it up to 20. Be as loud as you can. Don't be embarrassed to be embarrassed, because that means you're going to create the best professional wrestling possible. You're going to create the best story possible. Because a lot of people can sit here, let's say I'm in my chair here, and show that I'm not really comfortable. I'm going to hide down here. I don't really want to be seen. No, we all have to be comfortable here. The best performers are always comfortable, even under pressure. Because I'll reveal something that's very honest about me whenever I do professional wrestling. Every time I go out, I'm scared shitless, right? Almost any professional wrestler can say that. Even when I've had more confidence than ever, every match could be the last match that you have, right? Every match you can fuck up. Every match I can go out there, shit the bed, or even worse, shit my pants, right?
Yeah.
And I want to be comfortable in the idea that could happen. What am I going to do? Do I know what I'm going to do if I shit my pants? Absolutely not. I don't even have the first clue, because I don't know when it's going to happen. And unless I had Taco Bell beforehand, right? Then I probably know, yeah, there's about a week it's going to happen, right? I'm about to shit. So I might want to think of something. What am I going to do? How am I going to get out of this? But with all professional wrestling, come out with a plan. But then what happens? What happens whenever the inevitable happens, which is something that you don't predict? What happens when you get punched in the mouth? What do you do? Are you comfortable there? Or are you going to freeze up? Are you going to stop? And I don't know what to do. I'm frozen. What do I do now? I've already got punched in the mouth. I've already shit my pants. What do I do now? You figure it out. So being comfortable in the uncomfortable makes you a better professional wrestler. It makes you a better person too.
Yeah.
I like to think.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yes.
That's very awesome.
There's no surprises if you expect it.
Okay, so that was a great lesson. Thank you so much for that. So how would you say you applied that lesson in your everyday life now?
In my everyday life now, I think, and Samira can attest to this, I've always been somebody who's been able to adapt, and I don't, some people call it lazy. Some people call it, living irresponsibly. I like to say that I'm just laid back. I'm a really chill guy. I can't put my hands in my pockets, but I'm just a really chill guy. As the kids say, type shit. I like to live my life with the confidence in myself, the faith in myself that no matter what comes to me, I can handle it, right? And if I can't handle it, then it was meant not to be handled by me. And I think that makes my daily life better. Something that I really, to those tools that I really learned to keep with myself to fight back against, the harder things in life, which would be, anxiety, worry, getting in those cycles of being in your own head, worrying about every single little thing. The two things you can use to really fight back against it is something that's very important that I kind of lost along the way, but I always had growing up, right? And that's acceptance and self-love. If you love yourself, if you care about yourself, if you are your own biggest fan, which you should always be your own biggest fan, because who got you, you got you. When you go into the grave, who's going to be in there with you? Just you. It's going to be Matthew Roland Mims in the grave with just Matthew Roland Mims. No matter, what lady I'm in love with or whatnot, or how many kids I have, it's just going to be me in the grave. Nobody else, just me. I'm the main character. That's how that works. You're the main character in your life. You're the main character in your life, right? So you got to love you as much as possible, more than anybody else does. And on top of that, one of those things that really show that love is acceptance. Accept things the way they are. Because we get one life, and it's going to be really, really, really hard if you can't accept that things are the way they are. If you can't accept things, if you can't just be okay with, hey, this is just how this is. I can make the changes in my life that I can make, but there's some I'm just not capable of making, and I can just accept that. This is just what it is. When you have those two tools, it fights everything off and makes life a lot easier. You can be more laid back. You can say, hey, whatever comes, it comes, because I got me. No matter what happens, I'm confident because I've done the work, and more importantly, I have that mental perspective of, I can handle it. It's okay.
That's real.
It is. That's good. It's a good perspective to have.
Yeah. Okay. I see you.
Long time coming.
Right. So let's lighten it up. Let's just lighten it up real quick. But because wrestlers often have a quirky pre-match rituals, if you could listen to one song to hype yourself up before every match for the rest of your career, what would it be?
That's an easy answer. My current theme music, which is out on Spotify, probably Apple Music. I'm not an Apple user, so probably on that too, and then also on the YouTubes. It's anywhere you can find it. It's also, oh my goodness, it's on my Instagram front page, isn't it? It's a song by this band, this little band. So new. I'm gonna show you something crazy here. Downstate, the biggest band in professional wrestling right now. They've made a lot of music. They've made theme songs for a few of the top stars in the world. It's at the time, Dolph Ziggler, now Nick Nemeth, currently the TNA World Champion. They made music for that guy twice. Okay. Oh, and then more importantly, how did I forget the guy all the way at the top? The son of a plumber, Mr. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, the current WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I think Kingdom. I think that song that's had billions of streams, almost billions of streams. Shout out to all my boys in Downstate. Absolutely, the Call Brothers, Sean, Icky's Wiki. These guys are making so many chef's kisses. They're making gems. They're making classics in this day and age. My boys in Downstate, from here all the way in Nashville, Tennessee to Indiana, I love you. I love you. I care about you because they made one of the greatest songs ever. No shade to anybody else. They made absolute classics for it. But Big Strong, the one that's about me, it has half my name in it. I'm Big Strong Mims, and this is the Big Strong song about the big strong boy, the big strong boy. The biggest, strongest NWA National Heavyweight Champion of all time. Big Strong by Downstate is the greatest song ever. And that's the one I listen to before I go out there and wrestle. That's why I win. That's why I won this. That's why I won that World Television Championship last year. I listened to that song. No, if you do that, you can do anything.
Okay.
Right.
You got us hyped up. We ready to go into the field ourselves.
Listen to the song. It won't do you wrong. And that rhymes, so it must be true. That's
it has to be true.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, how would you convince your tag team partner to make it their hype song too? Oh, I mean, he already look he convinced us though. We're not the tag team. That's what I'm saying. We hopping on board.
Oh boy. I don't think anybody wants to be tag team partners with me anytime soon. Just because my last tag team partner, I kind of threw him through a cage.
Yeah,
through a giant cage, and he ain't been seen on TV ever since. So maybe.
So you the ox.
Maybe we gonna pass on that.
Or as y'all see, he got an open position. He need a tag team partner.
Right.
If you can handle it.
Right, he might change up on your ass though.
As long as we're in the great kids, I guess we good.
That's funny.
But we just want to take a second to reflect on our sponsor, Guidance Whiskey. Yes. So, great sponsor. He gave us some liquor for us to taste on tonight.
Okay.
So,
and he also wanted to give us some knowledge, which leads into our last question.
Right.
So our last one is, what's the best guidance you ever gotten and the best guidance you've ever given?
Best guidance I ever got given. It's one that anybody else who's watching this has been in the professional wrestling industry or even just trained to do it. You have heard this 1,000,005 times. So this is the part where you can roll your eyes, you can groan first because you know exactly what I'm about to say. Every vet ever, I'm gonna try to get into my vet mode. I've only been doing this for 6 years, but I'm trying to act like I'm a bristle vet. Look here, kid. First pair of advice and whatnot. Burn your boots with you in them. That's the best advice I give you. I'm just kidding.
Actually, I was gonna say, what
That's
does it mean?
Burn your boots. Never wrestle again. Get out of here. No. The best advice I've ever gotten from a vet, and everybody's gotten it 1,000,000 times before, is slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. And also,
Slow down.
slow down.
There we go.
It's like you've heard it
Sure.
before somewhere.
Right.
With slowing down, it can mean a lot of things. In professional wrestling, it definitely means to slow down, milk everything for what it's worth. Take in that moment, right? Fans sitting out there, supporters sitting out there that are watching what you're doing, they want to be able to see it. They want to be able to feel it. Admire your work when you punch somebody in the face. Admire your work. Look at me, look what I'm doing. Love you. Thank you for punching that man in the face for me. Having those moments to milk, that's what really makes something special, right? And then also on top of that, if you're moving too fast, you're gonna blow up. It's something you can also take to life, right? Slow down. I think one of the biggest things that I've done, we're gonna get a little bit introspective again for this last question. Something I've done to myself that's made anxiety worse, worry worse, is that first time I won a title. I won last year, the NWA World Television Championship. The first thing I thought wasn't, after I calmed down, after I stopped crying, because I cried because it was a big moment for me, right?
Yeah.
The first thing I thought once I got to sit by myself was, well, what's next? What do I have to do next? How do I get to the World Heavyweight Championship? How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I become a good champion? How do I look like I'm on the same level as people who've held this belt before me? And Arn Anderson, and Tully Blanchard, all these other big names in the NWA. People who've moved on to WWE, people who've done legendary things. How do I become like them? How do I fill those shoes? How do I become better than them? All these different things are coming through my head. I have coming through my head, but I haven't thought, why don't I just enjoy the moment? Why don't I just sit here and be happy that I have this? I worked 18 months specifically feuding over this, had my first injury over this, laughed about it, cried about it, bled about it, sat in a hospital bed with a concussion with my eyes not even going in the same direction because I was in pursuit of this one thing. And why now now the tears have dried up, why am I now thinking of what's next instead of, hey, this is what I have? I'm not spending as much time celebrating this as it took me to get it. Why am I not doing that? Why can't I slow down? So now winning the NWA National Heavyweight Championship, I've been able to take that advice to myself now, and I'm just enjoying the time that I have it, right? Because this could be gone tomorrow. This could be gone when I go and defend this championship in Dothan, Alabama on December 14th against Mr. Grant at Looks That Kill. That could happen right then where I lose this title, right? And I would feel terrible if I spent that whole time leading up to this point that I could have been celebrating this, enjoying what I have. I spent that whole time thinking about what's next instead of enjoying it, because you can lose everything there. So that's the best guidance I've ever got. I could say also that's the best guidance that I could ever give is slow down. That's something like I've had to take it myself. I've had to tell other people, slow down, be patient. If it's for you, it'll be here whenever you get back. If you happen to leave, everything that is for you is going to come to you. You can't screw it up because it's meant for you. There's nothing you can do to mess it up. There's everything you can do to make yourself less appreciative of it. There's everything you can do to make it go away faster, but everything is going to come to you that you deserve. So slow down. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, that was
Good
very
advice. Thank you.
That was very wholesome. Very wholesome.
Oh, stop. I mean, keep going.
So back to taking this shot.
Because he sure didn't take it.
No.
None of us did.
You guys have 3 shots for me. I'll go ahead and take this one.
Oh, you living wild like that?
Oh, too generous.
Oh, where's my other 3
Sorry.
shots? Oh, wow.
I know.
You really try to give us like all 3 shots.
And I-
Dang, that's
Yeah, you can
alcohol.
take another one. Yeah.
Already.
Oh, actually, tell us how you feel about the guidance
Right,
whiskey.
it
It's really smooth, y'all. I love
I
it.
feel like the only problem about it is that it's hard to open.
Okay.
So I want more. I want more. There we
There
go.
you go.
There we go. I'm a
My boy, get into
just
it.
a little bit.
This time, are we gonna take the shot together?
Yeah, we can. He left us.
Yeah,
he
you
left
really
us last
did.
time, but we ready.
Hey, y'all gotta act fast. When I said slow down, I didn't mean this part.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
I ain't do that.
Okay.
Can't spill the guidance. You don't want to lose your guidance.
I know.
Well, thank you so much for coming on Certified Lounge.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll just clink afterwards. All right.
I did not say clink clink. My bad.
You should have clinked your clinkers.
Okay.
I'm feeling a little bit guided.
I definitely feel that.
Whiskily, of course. Whiskey.
Well, before we end it today, we do just need his socials.
Yes, the socials. This is the best part because it's the easy part. Really _ Mims on everything. If I can't have an underscore in it, it's just really Mims, one word. This is the thing about it. The reason why it's really _ Mims is because, funny enough, it's really me. That's how you know. I don't have to do the official thing. Everybody does. It's the official blah, blah, blah. No, it's really me. And then also people think, oh, that's not that guy's real name. No, it's really my name. It's really my real, actual name. You know this. Tell these people it's true. It's really me. It's really Mims.
It's really Mims. And then one last time, let everybody know where they can see you at Big Dog.
Oh, of course. Every single week, every Tuesday, on X, exclusively right now on X, 6:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can see me on NWA Powerrr. That's where you can see me at. That's where you can see me at the most. And then also at your local independent shows coming near you. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the Southeast. It's all really Mims across the board.
Yes.
Really is.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for coming out and joining us. And
Yes, thank you.
yes, thank you. Yes.
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 I didn't think about that.